It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And here we go from LA. He fields it from the 8. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Prescott opening with a pass. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. First carry now for Kyron Williams. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Kill! 47!
Dak now from the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Hey, 47! Kill!
Here we go, 2nd and 9. That's on target, Puka Nacua. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. 1st down, here's Dak. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down. Here he goes on the bootleg. Toward the sideline and caught by Wilson. And he gets them down to the 9 before going out. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
It's a gain of 2 on the play. Still some work to do on 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
They motion the tight end over. Now Dak to throw. Finds his back, Kyron Williams. Touchdown, LA! Well, he couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Murray taking it right to the air. His throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Oh, the football's loose. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
Cox, Cooper Kupp makes the play. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
That's taken in by Kupp. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. Room to run inside the 20. Touchdown, Los Angeles! The Rams take a 13-0 lead. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. Cardi now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Come on.
Mitchell gets it from the gun. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Now Murray on the play fake. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Murray on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be first down, Arizona. New set of downs for him from the 46. First and 10, Murray. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Cardinals first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. A give to Mitchell, running left. Jukes him, and now he's running free. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Working inside the red zone. He's got Harrison. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. It's a 2-score game early. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. About to begin the second here. The Cardinals definitely thinking points. Let's come in here, Brock. It's Murray. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals make it a 1-score game in the first half. Trey McBride, the touchdown. Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Cardinals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
Yeah! There we go! Hey, kill!
Free play here. Let's see what he does. That's caught for the first. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Yeah! There we go! Kill!
First and 10, Prescott. He gets this one in Nakua. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. To the left and pulled in by Cup. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while, that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen. Play goes nowhere.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Another throw for Prescott. He finds the rookie from Ohio State. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. I take.
Dak throwing again. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, here we go. I take.
Throwing again is Dak. And he finds him in the end zone for an LA touchdown. The Rams take a 13-point lead. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Operated from the gun. Here's Murray. He completes it in traffic. Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. Roger McCreary brings him down that time.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Play action now, Murray. Gets it to Juwan Johnson. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Handoff here to Mitchell. And he will carry this across for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals make it a one-score game in the first half. Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Kill. 26.
Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. They get 22 on that one. And it brings up an LA first down. Dak off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
2nd and 3 now.
Here we go. Right there.
Give to Williams from the gun, who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Zaven Collins in on the tackle. Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Third and just 2 to go.
Yeah. Here we go. Right there. 26.
That one's out and cut on the right side. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. New set of downs for him from the 46. Motioning the tight end now. Throwing on first is Prescott. Completed over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. All set up now for 1st and 10. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he's brought down for a loss. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Off the play fake, it's Prescott. That one hits the ground, incomplete, but a flag also hit the ground. Let's sort this out. So they'll decline this and take the result. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down.
Here we go. Right there. Here we go. 47. Then we're going to 53. 26.
Dak now from the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams grow their lead just before halftime. Cardi now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams double their lead to 14. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Returning it from the 4. And look at this return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. From the gun, it's Murray. Catch is made by Elijah Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun. Here's Murray. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That one intended for Trey McBride. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Murray looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Cardinals in the hurry-up now, racing the clock as they work to get set. Harrison secures this left side. And he's out of bounds right at the 25-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
Green. Omaha.
Back to the air, Murray. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now. But will it stand? We got to see what this flag is all about. Okay, Brock, I think the official double and then triple check this with their coach. But yes, they are indeed choosing to decline the penalty and letting that touchdown stand.
Kate, if there is ever a moment that defies all explanation on the football field, that may be it.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Running back sent in motion. 1st down, here's Dak. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down.
Here we go. Hey, count. 27.
Running back, motioning right. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Wilson's got it. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
47. Here we go, 46.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. It's taken in by Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Yeah! Here we go. Right there. Kill.
Play action, Prescott. That's taken in by Cobb. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Hayward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Drive starts with an option, right side. And he scampers ahead and gets two on the carry.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Mitchell takes it straight ahead. Has a lane past the 45. Through the 35. 20. 15. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cardinals tie us up 28-all. Now Boswell on to send this away. He'll take this at the 10. And this drive will start inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
Second half starts with a run by Williams. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Laying out for this one, and he makes the catch. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Here's Prescott, first and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Again on second and 10, Prescott. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Here we go, 47.
Prescott now on third down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Coming up.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be Cardinals football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle him up before it came to fruition.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. That's complete to Wilson. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
This finds Mitchell complete. Pushing it up past the 30. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there. As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a 1st down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. This is reeled in by Wilson. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Tackle made by Ernest Jones.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Murray on 3rd down. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. The Cardinals out for the punt. And this is the first time he's been called on today. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Rams will take possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Kill.
From the gun is Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. It was Max Melton who hauled him down there.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second and 6 coming up here. Straight ahead with Williams. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
Yeah! There we go! Where you
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Doesn't make the connection.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
The Rams are set to punt. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. Got 46 on his first punt, so this one's pushing a little more distance. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it'll be their football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. We send a man in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Roger McCreary brings him down that time. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. To give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 31. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Roger McCreary takes it away. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
Dak out of the pistol. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing again is Dak. Throw right side, caught by Wilson. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Sean Murphy-Bunting ranging over for that stop.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Prescott here from the gun. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Quick pass, right side, complete. It's an LA touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talked about, Brock, that courage that kept the champ for the touchdown alive.
Man, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch and the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchdown. First and 10 now from the 30. Mitchell up the middle. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's Cardinals ball, and they could use a score. They come into the 4th trailing. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 32. That one's caught along the left sideline. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Omaha.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Taken in by Harrison. And they bring him down around the 34.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
Wilson's got it. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Play action now, Murray. Buying some time right. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Roger McCreary takes it away. And the Rams take over as he records his 10th career INT.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
1st and 10, Prescott. He'll get this to come. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Going left side, Williams with it. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Here he is on 3rd and long. To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. The Rams are set to punt. Ethan Evans, the one to kick it away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. So no return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now run. This is Mitchell. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Second down now, 7 to go. Again, this is Mitchell. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. When you get this game going right at the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Caught by the open man. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 28 out of that play. And it'll be first down, Arizona. From the gun, it's Murray. Oh, he lost the football! And no turnover, it's going to stay with the offense. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
And in a rarity today, he stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and that brings up 3rd and 9.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they're going to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Back to throw it. That's the first down, and he's still going. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals now trailed by just a point in the 4th. Trey McBride, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals tie this game 35 apiece. Now Boswell on to send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning.
Kill. 47. 26.
Throwing on first is Prescott. That's complete to Wilson. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Rams pushing to get within range for a game winner. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll run. This is Williams. And he gets this one to the 49 on a solid pickup. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
46. And 47. 26.
Here he is to throw. And he got there in time. He's taken down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
Everyone, kill. Yeah. There we go. That's it. Kill. 26.
Now to throw. This pass caught by McCall. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Rams are going to have a first down. On the handoff, this is Williams. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Back to throw. He gets this one in Nakua. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
All their timeouts left, but not much time itself. It's 1st and 10. Williams on the carry. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
It's one of the biggest moments of the game for Joshua Carty. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Joshua Carty out for the Rams field goal try. This one from an even 40 up, and his kick is blocked. They can advance it now, picked up inside the 30. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
I'll tell you this, Kate, if they end up winning this game, there is a game ball in that man's future. Staring potential defeat in the face, he put 52 other dudes right on his back to go get that block and keep it deadlocked.
Buys time, rolling right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Man, this has been such a great game. Nobody is ready for it to end just yet. After 4 quarters, we're headed to overtime. All right, so in overtime, Brock, we could see 1 possession or we could see 3+. If the team who gets it first scores, the game ends then and there. A field goal or less, and we play on, and their opponents get a chance to respond. And if we're still tied after those first 2 possessions, this soccer chick likes this. It's golden goal football, Brock. The next score would win. Gotta block that missed kick from their minds and refocus. Still a win to be had as overtime has begun. He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Yeah! There we go! Right side! Here we go, 46! 26!
Here's Williams to start the drive. And this one does not go far. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. From the 28. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Teammates notice when they got a guy willing to take it on the chin to get rid of the pass. That's a pass that's going to earn a lot of points with the other 10 players, not just today, but when they go back and watch that play on tape.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Here we go. 47. 26.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. He has the first over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. And it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Prescott here from the gun. Nakua nabs this one along the sideline. And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it brings up an LA first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Yeah, here we go. Like that. Hey, kill.
Dak throwing again. Able to find Nakua here. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
We're going to 54. We're going 46. We're going to 54. Right here. Hey, kill. 26.
Another throw for Prescott. Taken in by Williams outright. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Dak now from the gun. It's taken in by Williams. And he takes this inside the red zone to the 15 before going out. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. What do you think? Go. Get out there. What do you think?
This is Williams. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Yeah, here we go.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
What do you think?
Prescott to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. As they'll be left with just one more to work with here in OT. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here.
46.
To throw. Cut near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Williams. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Yeah!
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Williams. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Rams pull in front. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. So make a check in that win column for the Rams. And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football before they were finally able to separate from the opposition and earn that hard-fought victory. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Rams are winners as we say goodbye from Los Angeles. Mere feet from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season. Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And we're underway in Atlanta. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game.
Ready.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, shot.
Straight to the air they go. He's got Khalil Shakir. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there.
Ready up.
2nd and 3 now.
Here we go.
This is Alvin Kamara with it. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. Handoff for Robinson, running right. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Kamara running out of the gun. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Got Washington. It's complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Go!
Robinson on the inside give. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Jackson. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again here on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Pretty clear here by these 2 play calls. The offense, they wanted to attack this secondary in the passing game. But this defense, well, they more than respond. It's got them in great shape to make a stand right here on 3rd down and finish off a brisk 3 and out to begin the game.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. 3rd and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the first.
Hey, Ozzy, sit up. Ready, shot.
Lamar now from the gun. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Broke through the tackle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
The throw is caught. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Tiger, 19, check go.
They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Second and 6 coming up here.
60 Bison, 60.
They stay on the ground with Kamara. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7. Here's a throw. Kamara's got it. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Now on 4th down, A.J. Cole headed out to handle the punt. And this will be his first effort of the contest. kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. And they get to this one inside the 10. Looks like they stopped it right at the 9-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Alrighty. Yo.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Lamar off the play fake. Dumped off to his running back.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers that time, a running back in the flat.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks. So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down.
It's right.
Play fake. Jackson. Connects on the crosser. Running in the red zone. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them.
Onward.
So now, after the penalty, it's 1st and 15. Running it after the penalty. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Gets them 6 yards and back on the positive side of things. It's now 2nd and 9.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
DC, ready?
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
What ain't it? Hey, Ozzy! Shut up!
Back to throw, here's Jackson. Short pass caught by his tight end. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Middle. You are A. Come on.
1st down, here's Lamar. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
Come on.
Hand off to the back. Oh, he drops it. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens now lead by 10. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Shut up!
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Gets this one into the hands of Christian Kirk. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Cowboy 80!
Pass play on 1st and 10. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Here we go, shot! Ready?
Now they'll throw out of the gun. This is brought in at the 15. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. The Falcons driving. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Viking 18! Here we go!
They'll run with Kamara. Reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons make it a 1-score game before halftime. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Falcons cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
Wanna quit?
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Hey, shot! Report!
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
BC ready?
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Ready! Shut up!
From the 31. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Ready! Ready, shot! Shut up!
Now Jackson off the play action. He's on the move. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time in secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Real quick, ready?
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
We changed it. We changed it. Cut!
Shotgun snap to Jackson. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Shot!
Jackson's going to throw again. incomplete left side.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Middle.
Play action now with Jackson. Connects with Bateman. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Ravens call in on Justin Tucker for the field goal. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewan with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Return coming from the 6. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Get on! Ready! Finish it off! Get on!
And now a give on the counter. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield. And a back who can show off his wheels.
Another big rip for him. And he's down to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Alpha, sit on! 180! Finish up! Sit on!
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And he's able to get this down to the 13. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now, and that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most elusive players to get their hands on the ball.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Hey, Alpha, say hi.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Nice hit.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Everyone was set, and at the line, the quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Offense to the line for second down.
No, we change it.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Completed to Flowers. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down.
DC, ready?
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Hey, it's on.
Now it's Jackson. He's got the first down grab and still going. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
It's up. Out.
They'll try and punch it in. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain for them, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
It's on.
Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. The back's got it. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. He's stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Ready? Go!
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. It's a huge pickup on the play. And the Falcons will have a first.
I can guarantee you that's going to be in Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's go now. Ready.
Back to throw. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. From the red zone now. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown. The Falcons start the second half with some needed points. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Point after from Carlson is up and good. And the Falcons chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return starts at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Don't worry.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Short pass brought in. A lot of mess on the move here. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Don't worry.
A touchdown aside in that frame. They have themselves another 1st and 10.
What is it?
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Has it down close. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Wanna quit?
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
What are you?
Tight end in motion right. From the gun, Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard. When you get into passing, known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
Third and long for him here. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You throw it in the middle of the field, it's all about anticipation and accuracy. I mean, those are the 2 keys all the time in my book, Kate. But when you throw it in the middle of the field with all of the traffic, that's where guys with great anticipation and that tremendous accuracy come to life.
Going ground on 1st and goal. Punches it in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. Tucker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. On the jump. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Go! They'll come out throwing. Taken in by Kirk right side. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front needed to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Ready? From the 34. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Come on, set!
Motion man sent left.
Hut.
They're going play action. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
Yeah, kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going, but that forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Need a conversion. They're throwing for it. He connects downfield on 4. Now here he goes down the right sideline. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons now within 1 score in the 4th. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Carlson now to add 1 more. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Go ahead.
Now here's Lamar. Pass complete to Walker. And he's tackled for a short gain.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Throwing the out route complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finding Flowers. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. Handoff now out of the gun. And he's brought down for a loss. So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its timeouts. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Pistol snap to Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. And just a couple seconds before the 2-minute warning, the defense calls a timeout.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the third row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now third down is so much harder.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Ravens feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. Justin Tucker out for the field goal. A lot of pressure hovering over this kick. This is a 48-yard look for him. Bullock's kick is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got first down from the 31.
Shut up!
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He sends this one to the end zone. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Return it. Shut up!
Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8.
Hey, report! Report!
Back-to-back carries here. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say goodbye from Atlanta.
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the left to edit league settings and choose what role you want to run the show as, a coach or an owner.